What's up, guys? You're here with the Tellman again. We got another good video coming at you, trying to give you the best possible information on TEL. You're here with John and James, as always.
How's it going, everyone?
John's a little quiet today.
I guess so, right?
So we put together a video of a roadmap to $1. And we want to show you how, this is just one possibility of how it could happen. We're not saying that this could happen or this will happen. We're saying it could happen. And this is one way we see it possibly playing out. If you want to create one yourself and send it to us, we'd love to see it, like how you see it possibly happening. But let's roll the intro and let's jump right into the video. Okay, so the first thing we want to say before we make any of this is none of this is financial advice. Do your own research. We are just entertainers. We are speculators, and we are holders of TEL. We're excited for what they're doing. Okay?
Let's be honest. We're doing this because it is kind of fun. Right?
Yeah, it's so fun. Okay, so do your own research. We're going to make a lot of assumptions in this video about the crypto world that you may or may not know. Watch some of our old videos based to understand some of what we're talking about. But one thing we don't want to hear, I would say, is, well, that would put it at this market cap. If Telcoin is this much money, then therefore it would be the #1 coin or in the top 10. It's like, not by the time it gets there. By the time it gets there, it's not going to be a #1 coin because these other coins are going to run, because what you're doing is you're looking at it right now and assuming that the market stays exactly the same and no coins run except Telcoin. Now that'd be insane.
We'd love to see it. We'd probably see what, like $150. I don't know. Be pretty ridiculous.
But we're assuming that by the end of this video, we're at a $5 to $10 trillion total market cap. Right now we're at a 2.2. So, but Bitcoin is about 1.2 trillion of this. So just keep that in mind, is like we are making this assumption that by the end of this video, this is the case.
And here's the deal. You might be looking at that number and saying, holy smokes, this is impossible. But it is pretty dang crazy what Fomo will do to people, especially with like Coinbase coming mainstream. People are going to be much more aware of the crypto market moving forward.
Yeah, Coinbase IPOs tomorrow. I wonder what that'll do.
Oh, it's going to be insane.
Yeah, I have no idea what that's going to do to things. I think that it's going to make the top 10 coins that are on Coinbase go up.
Yeah.
Initially, I think.
Yeah. And at the very least, it's going to bring awareness to the industry.
It might, and it might be something to watch for parabola. Like, we hope it doesn't. We hope Bitcoin just doesn't run to 100K, but it might. It might be worth thinking about that being parabola.
For sure.
Fingers crossed. Based off past markets, I don't think that'll happen, but we'll see. So we're making the assumption that Bitcoin is going to crawl to 120K and then go parabolic to around 250K.
And could you define what you mean by crawl?
Slow, yeah. So by the end of the year, it won't be 120K. By the end of the year, Bitcoin's probably trading 90 in the 80-90 range.
Right. It's going to pump. It's going to consolidate.
Yeah.
It's going to pump.
It's going to consolidate. And maybe by the end of the cycle, like right before parabola, we're assuming it's going to get to 120K. It might be trading. This is the assumptions we're making. And then we're assuming that there's about $1 billion being traded of volume in TEL. That's about, we're at 10 million right now, 15 million. So these are the assumptions we are making. So we're not trying to mislead you and just be a hype train.
Yeah, and honestly, I've seen some tweets come by, and there's a lot of people who are angry with the TEL community in general. But here's the deal: things take time, they consolidate, and you don't necessarily know. You look for these triggers in what the cryptocurrency is doing, and if it doesn't happen, it doesn't happen. Nobody's trying to lead people astray.
And one of the things that they say is the longer something consolidates, the bigger it goes. And I remember I got some advice from one of my uncle's a pretty big Wall Street guy, and he said that when everybody's crapping on something, that's when you invest in it. And I think he got that from like Mark Cuban. And then they crap on you until they believe it too. So, and we all saw what XRP's done this week. So you can,
case in point.
Yeah, that's my whole thing. Okay, so the roadmap. So step 1, we're assuming that within the next week, 2 weeks to a month, the TA charts send it just like naturally to around 0.01 to 0.02 trading volume, right?
Mm-hmm.
This is the assumption we're making. You guys can debate this, say, oh, it's only going to go to this much, or it's actually going to go more with TA. That's great. This is just this example. So that's step 1.
And honestly,
it literally looks like this is going to happen soon.
And it looks really good.
Yeah.
We just don't have the volume right now.
Yeah. And volume will come when the sellers are worn off, prices tightening. The charts look like it's going to do this, right, even without news, we think. The next step is they launch V3. Okay. So when it is trading at THR at 0.01 to 0.02, oops, wrong way. A V3 launch will send it 3 times is what we're guessing, from 0.01 to 0.2, based off just previous announcements. So now we're trading around the 0.04, probably doing a little bit of like up and down fluctuation around that point. Okay. Now this is going to happen over the course of the whole year. So we don't know when this is going to happen, but step 3, as a result of all the trading, volume's going to increase. And the legitimacy of Telcoin, because TEL is a legit project. And we have some tweets. If you go look at our Twitter, Uphold has been tweeting at us, kind of playing with us a little bit. But an Uphold or Binance listing would send it from 0.04, 0.06 to 0.10. So this is what we're looking for. Step 3 in our roadmap. And then step 4, it's going to consolidate for like a month. And then our partnership with Linkajah could be announced. Now, when I made this, like when I was thinking about this the other day, I didn't see that they had like done the whole India, they opened the wallets.
Their apps were working there.
And that happened in the Philippines. I remember when that happened before Gcash announced and all that stuff happened. So
and it took like how many?
It took like a
3
month,
weeks. Yeah. Okay,
like a month before they announced. But just keep that in mind. Like this actually this might happen sooner. Like you could probably replace this with that. Maybe. I don't know.
Yeah. This is not a perfect systematic order of what exactly.
This is just our guess. Like this would be like this is like we're playing with the future. So then they announced this partnership and it goes from 0.15 to 0.20. Okay, that is very what's the word I'm looking for? Like
speculative?
No, like not too much. Like that's very like not
conservative.
Conservative.
Yeah.
Like this announcement might send it more than that, but we're trying to our goal is to get it to 30 cents before the parabolic move. The next step would be Binance or Uphold listing again. So we get
another one
of these two to list it. As a result of all this stuff happening. Okay. This would allow us to increase volume, increase price. And then their marketing starts really kicking in the end of Q4 around this time. So we're looking to see from, this is probably late December to March of next year.
Yep.
Marketing kick in, they already have a big social following. So we talk about that, how they had TEL has the fundamentals to make big moves.
Yeah. I think the big thing, and hence those other listings, is just awareness. Like if you ask people in the crypto market, they probably know what Telcoin is, but they're either not invested in it, or if you just ask a layperson, they sure as heck don't know what it is.
Yep. 100%. And a lot of my friends, a lot of people that know about Telcoin, I've talked to a friend about it today because he had gotten into XRP because of me a couple months ago, probably in December, we talked about it. And he he now asked me, like, because his wallet's insane, he's asking me about other stuff that I'm in. So I was telling him about this, and he was like, I don't even want to buy this because I don't want to go on KuCoin and figure out how to do this.
Yeah, it actually really is difficult. Like the first time I set it up, I was like, what am I doing right now?
Yeah.
Like, is my money gonna get shanked?
Yeah.
And like transferring it over from
Well, and it's like a
Coinbase?
Chinese, like you got the Chinese like ads on it and stuff. So
It's just hard to trust it.
yeah. So we're assuming that this happens, right? So now we're trading around 30 cents. Parabola hits, you go 3 times from parabola, which is very
Pretty generous.
yeah, that's like very
Or
conservative.
sorry, not generous, the opposite.
Conservative,
Yeah.
yeah. So it's like, this is our guess for a potential roadmap to $1. If you have a roadmap, we'd love to hear it, love to see it.
Only if it's
Like,
it's more promising. We
yeah.
don't want to see things that are less. I'm just kidding.
Yeah, no,
we want to
send
see
us-
it all.
send us your roadmap to 0.
Yeah, right. There you go. I guess those guys who maybe were just engaging with the Telcoin community who like pooped out,
Yeah.
they would send us the $0 or 0
Yeah.
cent roadmap.
Just a straight red line. But so we want to look at this and some things that we didn't consider in this, just because I personally just don't know. The on ramps and off ramps, like I don't know what those will do to the price. Like I would assume they'd make them go up, but I didn't want to factor that in the calculation because I don't know. I don't have rough guesses for what that'll do. Sometimes that stuff does nothing. Sometimes
Right.
it does, from what I've seen from other coins.
Yeah.
Then I would say the
Utility.
other thing that we don't really know what will happen with, just because very few coins have real utility and real use case. We don't know what's going to happen when people in India actually start using this coin and people in the Philippines are actually using it on a regular basis and buying it and sending it, and that we don't know what that'll do.
Yeah. As it takes maybe staking even takes it out of circulation. I mean,
yeah, and the possibility of staking, the possibility of like TEL being their own bank. You know, you have MasterCard speculation out there, and there's a lot of good. We thought about making this video on MasterCard, but that's something else to consider. Is like those are other rumors that we're not sure. Like those could all send the price too. So there's more stuff.
There's so many other factors to consider. These again, like
this is
James
just
said, this is very conservative. This is just with the information we really know.
Yeah, and
Could be more.
So yeah, let us know what you think. Let us know if you have a roadmap. Give us your roadmap in the comment section. And yeah, conclude this video as always. Give us a follow on Twitter. We are sharing pretty regularly.
Yeah.
Trying to engage as much as possible. Shout out to those who have diamond hands, who have held through while watching other coins pump. You guys are the GOATs. And we will catch you in the next video.